never a bad day to have good hair.
Hello! So I just wanted to shoot a little bit of video of this hairdo. So I did a pinup pageant today, and normally when I do pageants, I do a whole wet set overnight and I roller set my hair and I brush it out into like pretty classic 50s kind of poodle curls with like a wave in the front. And I just wanted to do something a little bit sturdier today. Just try something else. And so I have my bumper bangs here, and then I have this big structured bun in the back, and then I tied a little scarf around it and put some flowers. So I had a whole watermelon theme. You can tell by the earrings. I have already taken off the outfit. I'll post pics. But I was a little impressed that this came out as well as it did, and that it looks this great. So it is now, I don't know, like 5 p.m. and I did this at like 7 a.m. And then I drove 2 hours, did the pageant. It was very hot. You can see I got a little bit of sun. Bad for your skin, don't do it. And then I drove home. I also brought my kid with me, so she did the mini pageant. And so I had to do her hair and everything too, and we like whatever. So then I drove 2 hours home, and I still feel pretty cute actually. So when it's super light outside, when it's super hot outside and it's super bright, I tend to go with fairly minimal foundation makeup just because I can get away with that with my skin tone. But also, if you get sweaty and it gets a little bit crazy, like I feel like it gets less cakey and weird on me. So I'll do concealer a little bit, some light powder, big eyeliner, of course, and then the big lashes, because love. Red lips, lots of setting spray. So anyway, for the hair, this is neat how I accomplished this. And I've got the camera above me so you can see a little bit. But basically, most of this is not actually my hair that's grown out of my head. So I can't take it apart, but I can sort of give you the dish, right? So I sectioned a big part of my front of my hair and pulled it forward and like tied it off. And I pulled the back up into a tight ponytail. So then I took a big, oh no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Then I used some synthetic hair. So a lot of this is synthetic hair. So I used this stuff, right? So it's actually just loose hair that's meant for braiding. And so this is actually one continuous piece of hair that's folded in half. And so it's not anchored to anything. So it does get a little fly away and crazy, and I found a few strays floating away during the day. That's okay. But the color match was not bad. This is a 613, and the misleading thing about the label 613 for blonde, pardon, my dog is very angry that I'm not paying attention to her. So the misleading thing about 613 is that it's always a light blonde, but the tone of it can vary quite a bit. Anyway, so I lucked out with this one because I tend to be like a bright but semi-cool blonde without being too beigey. Like it's definitely like a light color. And then I don't have a lot of yellow tones in my hair because that's how I like it. So anyway, I grabbed one of those. This came with 2 of these in the packet, right? And I took the other one and I used the whole thing. So I sort of divided it into thirds, and I set the third aside for my bangs. And then the other 2, I sort of wrapped, like I wound around the bottom, and then I put a bobby pin through it so that I had like hair coming down the side of my ponytail. So then I gathered it all up into a long ponytail, and I put one of those like big donut forms inside of it. I don't have an extra one to show you. I'm sure that I do, but I can't find it right now. But this one is probably about 6 inches in diameter. It's a big donut thing. It just looks like a foamy donut. You definitely want these to match your hair color. I have some that are this like light beige color. It was the one that's on my hair today. So I fed all the hair through the beige donut, pinned it in place a little bit, and then I sort of spread it out with my hair sort of incorporated into it. So you can see that there's like some of the synthetic hair and my hair sort of mixed together going around the donut situation here. So then I sort of tucked it in at the bottom and twisted it around, and you can see there was some extra left over. So I just wound that around, pinned it all in place, and then I tied this chiffon scarf starting in the front, and I tied it in back. Because kind of I always like to have a bow. It's true. Like I look at all the pictures of myself and I'm always wearing a bow, some kind of bow. Usually a chiffon scarf somehow worked into my hair, but like other things, there's just rarely an occasion where you will see me without a bow, or at least a ruffle. So I tied it into this little bow in the back. So, and then, oh, again, I'm getting ahead of myself because I could not have possibly done it in that order. So I wrapped the third bit around my ponytail and I left that forward and I sectioned it out of the way. So I actually attached all of it to the ponytail, but remember how I said I sectioned the beginning of my bangs? I had a bit of that I separated and sort of put in with the bangs and put them off to the side while I did the back. So then I got this ponytail going. So now I've got this long piece coming forward and my bangs. I don't really have bangs, but this like front section, right? So I brushed it all together and I, bobby pinned it at the base. I brushed it all together and I down at the end. And so then I have another rat. It's a hair rat. So this is the same thing. It's a much smaller looking donut, but it has a snap. So it comes apart. So you can make it into like, it's a tube, right? So you have this like, it's called a hair rat, also blonde. And actually if we dig, we can see it in there. It's this foamy. Anyway, that's what's giving my hair its magical structure today. So I took it to the end of the hair, my hair and the other hair. So the other hair was longer than my hair. So I started rolling it underneath and then I made sure my hair was tucked in, rolled it. And I made this U shape. I stuck some bobby pins in it, sort of like arranged the hair nicely around it. And I found that if I tucked it in behind, tucked it down back here with a couple more bobby pins, it gave it a better shape. And so that's how I created my bumper bangs. And honestly, like, this is my first go. This is the first time I've ever worn bumper bangs. I felt needed a little something, so I added these flowers because they kind of went with my watermelon theme. So yes, you can see I have my watermelon theme going on. And I had a very cute watermelon dress with cute sandals and a skirt. And it actually, like, there's a pair of shorts. It's a whole adorable outfit. I'll post pictures. But my hair held up really, really well. I did use a lot of hairspray. There's quite a few pins in here. But it was lightweight. It was comfortable. And, I mean, it looks pretty good, actually. Like, I'll make sure you can see the back here. And see the top. But you can see that everything comes out of the top of the donut and kind of gets spread around and tucked around. I don't think I'm going to be able to salvage this hair after I take it off my head. Just because it's loose, there's no way I'm going to gather it all up. So, like, yeah, I'm throwing out a packet of hair. And there's two ways to look at this. Like, no, it isn't very eco-friendly. But I paid $4 for this whole packet, which means that for $2 of hair, I got this fabulous hair and I could do it again. And I think I might, right? So I usually, when I do pageants, don't use hair pieces. I don't know why. I'm a purist. But I do love pinup hair pieces. And so sometimes I wear these like poodles, so it's curls. And it's just nice because then you get this beautiful little poof of curls that like you don't actually have to do much arranging to yourself. And then you just do your bangs. But I'm really thrilled that the bumper bangs came out so well for me. My problem is that my hair tends to be rather thin at the temples, which means if I just use my own hair, I don't really have enough hair to cover the rat or to get a big enough bumper bang, and it just looks kind of sad. So this worked. I'm kind of happy with it. A little more. But yeah, I'm going to be doing more experimenting with hair pieces. I just ordered some from a stylist on the internet, and they actually arrived today, so I'm going to try them on later. I got a whole, like a nicer set of bumper bangs that you just put on. I'm so excited about those. And like a really nice poodle hairpiece. So, because I have the one that just looks like shaggy curls. That's cute, but it really needs something around it to sort of keep it in order. This is like it's just a beautiful little like pomp of curls. And they're all perfect. And it's just like, it's amazing. It looks like spores. Anyway, remember, I'm a scientist, and so things like that appeal to me. Anyway, I was just excited, and I wanted to share my fancy hair from today, and so that's kind of how I did it. I mean, I'll try to take a video the next time I recreate this, because it's surprising like that you can get this from this pile of hair here. Like I was surprised that I managed to accomplish that. And I will say that I did watch a YouTube tutorial where I saw somebody make the bun with some extra hair. They used a track of hair though, which was a little more expensive, and I didn't have a track of hair. I just happened to have this. I don't know why I even had this. And I used it, and I'm super happy with it. So anyway, thanks for watching. And definitely there are more videos like in my page where you can see me doing different interesting things with hair. I do a lot of roller sets, and yeah. Okay.